Owensboro Times, and we're excited to be bringing to you guys the latest in election results here in the county and in the Commonwealth. We're going to be checking in on the local elections here to see how everyone voted on those races, and we just want to make sure that we can deliver to you all the most up-to-date results as possible. We do have several journalists on the ground throughout town. We're checking in on the local polling places right now. If you are in line, we want to make sure you understand that if you're in line and it does go past 6 o'clock, you should stay in line. You will still be allowed to cast your vote, so make sure to stay in line if you're already in line and you're tuning in to watch us. We also have a reporter down at the courthouse who's going to be sending us those results as they come in. Looking forward to an exciting night with you guys. I got a great team here in the studio with me. We're really rocking it here at the Owensboro Times. Please be sure to share this live stream. I think it's one of the few places where you'll be able to get live election results specific to Owensboro and Davis County. Also, if you're watching this with a candidate, jump in the comments and let us know. We'd love to hear how you guys are kind of taking in election night. So we do have some early votes coming in. And these are from the early votes from the 3 days at the Sports Center. We do know that in those 3 days at the Sports Center, there were nearly 12,000 votes cast, which far exceeded the clerk's office expectations. So I think it's evident nationally, at the state level, at the local level here, that we could be seeing a record high for voter turnout. So with the early votes in, can update you here. It looks like, obviously, Frank Riney running unopposed for school board. We do have a tight one here with Trey Pippin leading Dale Stewart for the 5th District for Davis County School Board. We've got OPS here. Keep in mind that there will be 3 winners, and we will touch base on, the Davis County School Board, Owensboro Public Schools, the way they do that slightly different. We'll get to that later. You can see we've got mayoral results coming in as well as City Commission. Wow, Owensboro City Commission looks incredibly tight right now. Several folks are neck and neck. So once again, these results are primarily almost exclusively from the early voting, which would have been from those 3 days there at the Sports Center. Here's some results coming in from Whitesville. They also had a City Commission race, and then we're looking in here at Constitutional Amendment 1. We'll update you all on what this amendment was here shortly, but want to keep you posted on the results. For Constitutional Amendment 2, you can see we've got no in the lead, and a lot of these federal and state races are still, there's still a lot to learn there. Looks like Brett Guthrie's got a considerable lead there over Hank Linderman. Suzanne Miles, obviously state rep, running unopposed. Yeah, absolutely. So we will dive in on a lot of these uncontested races. First and foremost would be DJ Johnson, state representative, running unopposed, so he'll be serving another term. The next would be Mike Van Meter, who will remain as the Commonwealth Attorney. Van Meter was appointed by Governor Andy Beshear January of this year. Also, Jennifer Biesecker going to be serving another term as a circuit clerk. And like we mentioned before, Frank Riney continuing his historic run for Davis County Public Schools. He's the longest serving school board member in the state of Kentucky. So there's a few uncontested races there. I did want to go back to the school board because there are some differences there, and I think it's important that we inform you all on that. Davis County Public Schools, there's 3 seats up for election. They use a district format where there are 5 districts. 3 of those are currently up for election, being the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. As we said before, the 4th will go to Mr. Riney, who ran unopposed. But in the 3rd district, there was a write-in with Diane Burns Mackey, who is running against Tammy McCubbins Rice. They are going to be filling a position where someone has basically elected not to run again. And then the 5th district, the one we were mentioning earlier for Davis County School Board, right here between Dale Stewart, Trey Pippin, and Timothy Hicks. That is the district that serves the west side of the city, primarily the Southtown area, Twin Lakes, Thoroughbred Acres, that neighborhood there. And like we mentioned before, with the early votes in, you can see that it's close. Trey Pippen with 587, Dale Stewart with 512. If you're watching with any of these candidates, please let us know in the comments. Like I said before, we'd love to hear about how you're partaking in election night. Owensboro Public Schools, slightly different format. They simply use an at-large system. So while there are 3 seats up for grabs, those individuals can be voted on by anyone within the city school district. So running for those, we've got Melissa Decker, Tyler Sagerdoy, Lee Doyle, Jeremy Edge, and Kenny Riley. Edge, Doyle, and Decker are all incumbents. And once again, these 5 individuals are vying for 3 seats with the Owensboro Board of Education. So, and I do think a race that I think a lot of you all are probably interested in, especially if you live in the city of Owensboro, would be for that city commission race as well as the mayoral race. And once again, these are the results as of 6/19, primarily going to be consisting of the early voting, which was the 3 days at the Sports Center. But you can see here we've got Bob Glenn in the lead, 2,974. He's followed by Curtis Maglinger. Followed by Jeff Sanford. Then we've got Curtis Maglinger, Sharon Neesmith, Robert Morris. There's several, Rafe Buckner, Tyler Gold, they're right there knocking on the door. So there's several in that, 2000s range there for the city commission. I think the interesting part about that is naturally Pam Smith Wright, who has been a city commissioner, decided to run for mayor. So she is, so that left a seat vacant. And then earlier, just actually a couple months ago, Mark Caslin, actually Mayor Pro Temp, currently serving as city commission, also dropped out of that race. So there will be 4 winners. We've also got 2 write-ins in this race. That'll be Jim Ivey and Titus Willis. So be sure to stay tuned in here. Share this, with your friends, with your family members, with folks who are wanting to get the most up-to-date local election results. The Owensboro Times is where you want to get these results. Mayoral race, going back to that, Tom Watson, incumbent, it's got 3,660 votes, while Pam Smith Wright currently has 2,654. And again, I'm going to reiterate, this is based on the early voting. We don't quite have any results from the courthouse yet, but I know we've got Ryan Richardson on the ground over there, anxiously awaiting for the clerk to start releasing some of those results. So just be sure to stay tuned in. Also, we mentioned this when we first got on the air. If you're in line, stay in line. Even if it surpassed 6 o'clock, you're still going to have time to vote. We're going to continue to let this stream filter through. You'll be seeing me chime in here occasionally to give you more results as we get those in. Am I still hot? And I've just been informed that we do have 1 of 17 precincts reporting. All of the early voting has been submitted at this time. However, the mail-in votes have not yet to be counted. So once again, all of these results that you're seeing come across the screen, this is with 1 of 17 voting precincts reporting. We've got several results still coming in. Early walk-in is now being added, so be sure to stay tuned, share the live stream, get in the comments section, let us know how you're watching today. This is also being broadcasted on owensborotimes.com as well as our YouTube and Facebook pages. That's kind of a priority for us here at the Owensboro Times, where we're really trying to diversify the way that we deliver the news to you, because we know that's important to you. So I want to mention again the crew I've got with me here in the studio. It's pretty remarkable what we've been able to do here at our location off of New Hartford Road. So just super blessed to have a great team. I've got that team on the ground. I've got reporters anxiously awaiting for the results to be in. I've got one downtown at the courthouse right now. So it looks like, again, 1 of 17 voting precincts reporting. We're all the way updated with early voting. That was those 3 days at the Sports Center where we mentioned before, I think we had 12,000 voters, which far exceeded expectations by most local officials. So 1 in 17 precincts, early walk-ins being added now. So you'll see some adjusted numbers from the last time we tuned in here. Davis County School Board had Trey Pippin there slightly in the lead. Owensboro Public Schools obviously closely contested. 3 seats up for grab here, and it's going to come down to the wire. Mayoral race, we've got Tom Watson leading by roughly 1,000 at the current moment. But like I said, that's 1 of 17 precincts reporting. So I don't think we've got a lot of information yet at the national level for the presidential race. I do know that there were 2 amendments on the ballot, Amendment 1 and Amendment 2. Constitutional Amendment 1, this was the one that was basically to explicitly state in the Kentucky Constitution that only U.S. citizens are permitted to vote in state and local elections. We did note in previous reporting, current laws already restrict voting to U.S. citizens, but the amendment would revise the state constitution to ban non-citizens from voting. And it looks like the yes, with 2 of 17 precincts now reporting, the yes is winning that race by 7,000 to 4,000 there, to just over 4,000. Regarding Constitutional Amendment 2, which appeared as the second question on the ballot, this was regarding whether or not we want to allow the state legislators to discuss and potentially reform Kentucky's approach to K through 12 education regarding funding and how that would follow the student. As it is written, this was only there to give the legislators permission to discuss it. It looks like the no was in the favor there by a couple thousand votes, and this is with 2 of 17 precincts reporting. Make sure you're staying tuned throughout the night. Don't forget to share the stream with your friends, and just to stay updated with these live results. We're excited to bring those to you here. Here's some national. Brett Guthrie again leading Hank Linderman for the 2nd district. Also, get in those comments and let us know if there's any races that you want to hear more about. Because we're happy to do some research and figure out how we can get more information to you. DJ Johnson unopposed. We can go back and look at those a little bit. There's also a soil and water conservation district supervisor where Davis Countyans were able to select up to 4. Those candidates were Kent Moore. Wow, this is remarkably close here for Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisors. Kent Moore, Ray Wright, Jamie Wright, Ryan Trunnell, and Aaron Walker. So if you happen to be watching this with any of those individuals, let us know. Owensboro Mayor again, 2 of 17 reporting. So polls were open today, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Where did you vote? Were the lines long? I know that we had several folks here on staff who voted at multiple places, and everyone tend to come back to the discussion and saying that the lines were just overwhelmingly long. I heard some people say that they waited for well over an hour to get their vote cast. I know I personally voted. I waited about 30 minutes for it. So like we said before, it sounds like there's going to be a record turnout for voters, not only at the national level, but here in Owensboro and Davis County as well. Hi, I'm John Kirkpatrick, and I'm here in the Owensboro Times studio where we're coming to you live with the most up-to-date local election results. We're also going to have some brief updates on the state and national elections and how those are unfolding. We've got a team of reporters on the ground. We've got multiple down at the courthouse right now where we're getting the most up-to-date results for you. I've just been informed that we do have 2 of 17 precincts reporting. 2 of 17 precincts reporting. This is primarily going to be those early voters, those 3 days at the sports center, some of the early walk-in. But to my knowledge, the mail-in votes have not been counted yet. So 2 of 17 reporting. We've got several close contested races here locally. Not a lot of information yet on the presidential race, but we'll be chiming in with that as well. Kentucky has been called for Trump. I was just told Kentucky's been called for Trump. So Trump will take those electoral votes here for the state of Kentucky. Mail-in votes are being tallied now. We should have those results in for you shortly. But I've also been informed that numbers from today are going to still take a while. Likely take a while. So it sounds like record number of voters turned out today for locally for the election. I think that's probably been the case all across the country. So we're going to be here with you all night, giving you the most up-to-date results. And as always, we just appreciate you guys, tuning into the Owensboro Times for your news, and we're excited that we can deliver it to you through a plethora of ways. So. If you're watching this with a candidate, jump in the comment section. Let us know. Be sure to share the live stream. This is one of the few places for live local election results right here in Owensboro and Davis County. I don't know if anyone's still in line. I know some of those are pretty long. We've got reporters across town, but there were 14 polling locations today. If you were still in line at 6, you were able to stay in line. Let's get back to these results. I think we can go ahead and call the uncontested races. Those are being called. We feel comfortable calling those here at the Owensboro Times. That would be Suzanne Miles, 7th District State Representative. DJ Johnson, 13th District, will continue to represent Owensboro, Davis County. Mike Van Meter as Commonwealth Attorney. Van Meter was appointed by Governor Andy Beshear in January of this year to that position. Jennifer Biesecker will serve another term as Circuit Clerk. And then Frank Riney will continue his long-standing stint there with Davis County Public Schools. He's the longest-serving board member in the state of Kentucky. Pretty sure he started in 1977 with Davis County School Board of Education. So, remarkable run there for Mr. Riney. We want to keep you updated there on the mayoral race, as you just saw come across your screen, but then also this Owensboro City Commissioner race, which is neck and neck here with 2 of 17 precincts reporting. Looks like Bob Glenn is the only candidate to surpass 3,000 currently. Jeff Sandiford's a close second there with 2,900. We've got Sharon Neesmith there with 2,600. Curtis Maglinger with 2,700. So this is shaping up to be a really close race, and a couple newcomers there as well in Rafe Buckner, Tyler Goad, and then Robert Morris. This election did have 2 walk-in candidates or write-in candidates as well, in Jim Ivey and Titus Willis. Those were the 2 write-in candidates. So 2 of 17 precincts reporting. Be sure to stay tuned in right here, OwensboroTimes.com, Owensboro Times on Facebook or YouTube. And we want to keep you updated here on these results. 2 of 17 reporting in Davis County. Looks like Trump and Vance carried with 7,300, followed by 4,500 there. Brett Guthrie, 2 of 17 reportings, leading Davis County with 7,700. And then Miles, who we've already called. We could probably look at those amendments and see where we're at on those with 2 of 17 precincts in. For Constitutional Amendment 1, this had to do with Kentucky Constitution stating that U.S. citizens that only U.S. citizens are permitted to vote in state and local elections. This looks like it's in favor of yes here with 7,000, followed by no votes of 4,000. Again, this is with 2 of 17 reporting. Amendment 2, which was to determine whether or not, sorry, I just had some information there come in. But Amendment 2 was to determine if we want to allow the state legislators to discuss and potentially reform Kentucky's approach to K-12 education. Right now, that's the no votes leading 6,900 to 4,600. Kentucky has been called for Trump. Yes, we do know that already. And we'll try to see if we can get some updates on how that race is going at the national level. If this is where you're getting your election results, we'll see if we can chime back in with some of those results for you. Other local races to pay attention to would be the 14th District State Representative, Scott Lewis. I think he took that office in 2019, serving Ohio, parts of Davis, primarily the eastern part of Davis County. He's a Republican running against Shonda Garner, the Democrat. So it looks like he's currently winning with only 2 of 17 reporting, 664 to 233. We expect more votes to come in there for that race. Also, the judge of the Court of Appeals, I don't know that we've talked about this one yet, but this would be between Lisa Payne Jones, who's running against Jason Shea Fleming. Judge Jones was formerly the circuit judge. She's also been Commonwealth attorney. She's running against Jason Fleming, who's currently serving as a family court judge in Christian County. This is, I want to remind you again, we only have 2 of 17 precincts reporting. We still got 15 more to go, folks. The majority of these votes are early walk-in, as well as the early voting that happened there at the Sports Center during those first 3 days, where we said there were 12,000 people that showed up to vote on those 3 days. Back to the judge of the Court of Appeals, Lisa Payne Jones going against Jason Fleming of Christian County. Looks like Jones is leading that race 7,300 to 2,000. Circuit judge. This was the spot that Jones was previously in. She was previously the circuit judge for the 6th Judicial District, so that left this spot vacant. Running for that were Lee Jackson and David Payne. Payne's been a long-time district court judge here in Davis County. Lee Jackson, been an attorney for 24 years. So that's shaping up to be fairly close. It looks like David Payne's approaching 5,000 while she's approaching 3,500. But again, only 2 of 17 precincts reporting. That's important to remember here. We've got 15 more precincts still to come in. As it's been in recent years, folks were able to go all over Owensboro and Davis County to vote. There were several polling places. Owensboro School Board, this is an at-large system. 3 seats up for grabs. There are 5 individuals vying for those 3 seats, and this race is close. This race is definitely close. It looks like we've got Jeremy Edge in the lead, but only slightly there with 1,200, followed by Melissa Decker. Lee Doyle's got 1,100, and you've got Kenny Riley there, a close 4th, followed by Tyler Sagerdoy. So this is shaping up to be a really close race here. Like I said, this is an at-large system. Davis County Public Schools utilizes a different system. It's based on districts. There's 5 districts in the Davis County school system. Individuals are elected to represent one of those districts. Currently, the only ones on the ballot were the 3rd, 4th, and 5th district. In the 3rd district, which is the south central part of the county, Utica, Masonville, Pleasant Ridge, Southern Oaks, that area, you've got Tammy Rice running against a write-in in Diane Mackey. Looks like Rice is currently leading that race. And then the 4th district, unopposed, like we mentioned before, continuing his historic run there, Mr. Riney. But the 5th district is shaping up to be quite a race here. retired educator, longtime principal at Apollo High School, who's the incumbent, currently in a race against Trey Pippin as well as Timothy Hicks. I do know Pippin was an educator for several years before taking a position in the private sector. Hicks, the other challenger, 20 years working in the Davis County School District. And if you look here, this race is close. We've got 2 of 17 precincts reporting. I'm not sure exactly how many precincts will still fall in that coverage area, but we'll try to get that information for you. But we've got Pippin in the lead here, 603, followed by Dale Stewart with 522. And you've got Timothy Hicks there with 365. So that's likely going to really kind of come down the stretch, I would say. And we will just remind you again, 2 of 17 precincts reporting. This would be early walk-ins. The mail-in ballots should be tallied here soon, and we'll get those entered as soon as we can. You can see there where the Associated Press did call Kentucky for Trump. At the Owensboro Times, we're going to call these uncontested races as well. So, again, wherever you're watching, however you're watching, jump in the comments section, let us know. Share with your friends and family. We want everyone to get the latest and most up-to-date local election results right here at the Owensboro Times, where we're excited to be able to deliver these to you. I'm being told that we've got over 200 people tuned in, and that's great. That's remarkable. We're here to provide you with real-time updates for local races, and we know that you get your news in a variety of ways, and we want to be there to deliver it to you. We're going to have brief updates as well on how the state and national elections are unfolding. If you're watching with a candidate, let us know. Share the live stream. This is one of the few places where you can access live local election results for Owensboro and Davis County. I do want to bring attention to the team I've got on the ground as well as here in the studio. This is a remarkable studio we've got here at the Owensboro Times, housed in the Tanner West offices right here on New Hartford Road. We've also got boots on the ground. We've got reporters at the courthouse as these results come in, continuing to update this live stream that you see right here. Streams available on Facebook, YouTube, and OwensboroTimes.com. Early voting, guys. 3 days at the Owensboro Sports Center. Nearly 12,000 votes cast. Well more than was ever imagined by the clerk's office. Quick fact, I've got some quick facts here for you about voter registration in Davis County. According to the latest data from Secretary of State's office, there are 79,088 registered voters in the county, and it's nearly an even split along party lines. 36,123 registered as Republicans, with 35,110 registered as Democrats, with roughly 3,500 registered as either independent or another party. Expect additional results throughout the evening here. I think that there's some interesting races shaping up. Some that are closer than I think some expected. So you're going to want to tune in to right here at the Owensboro Times for those. We'll go to the uncontested races again, all of which we have called here at the Owensboro Times. You got Frank Riney, longtime Davis County School Board member, Suzanne Miles, state representative for the 7th District, and then DJ Johnson, state rep for the 13th District. Also, Mike Van Meter, Commonwealth attorney. Van Meter was appointed to that position January this year by Governor Andy Beshear. Also, Jennifer Biesecker will be serving another term as circuit clerk. The other one, I think, Associated Press had already called Trump for Kentucky. And we can move into Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisors. This race is shaped up to be pretty close right here. I know not an election that I heard a lot about here locally, but clearly one that a lot of people care about. 2 of 17 precincts reporting. You can see that there's several here that have exceeded the 4,000 mark, and we'll keep you updated on this one as it unfolds. If you look at the 14th district, the state representative spot that was being challenged, Scott Lewis, incumbent Republican, took office January 1st, 2019. Longtime superintendent, Ohio County Public Schools, being challenged there by Shonda Garner as the Democrat. I expect those numbers to increase as more precincts do report. Judge of the Court of Appeals. We just discussed this one, Judge of the Court of Appeals. This Court of Appeals is made up of 14 judges. In these roles, these cases are assigned to a panel of 3 judges. These rulings and opinions help shape legal opinion throughout the Commonwealth. You've got Lisa Payne Jones, who was formerly the circuit judge and a Commonwealth attorney, running against Jason Fleming, who's been a family court judge in Christian County for 18 years. You can see here Jones is leading this race considerably here. But I got to keep reminding you, 2 of 17 reporting. It's primarily early walk-ins. It's the early voting days there at the Sports Center. We expect the mail-in numbers to be in here soon. Circuit Judge, 6th Judicial District. This was the spot that Lisa Jones did hold. Since she departed and that spot was left vacant, we've got Lee Jackson, who's been an attorney for 24 years. She cited in some previous stories we did with her, she cited did just get some information from the courthouse. As it turns out, write-in votes will not be tabulated until the very end of the night, so they will say 0 until the final update. So if you're paying attention to those write-in votes, just know that they will not be tabulated until the end of the night. So with 2 of 17 reporting, majority of those are going to be those early voter days, those 3 early voter days at the Owensboro Sports Center, as well as the early walk-ins. Back to the judge race, 6th Judicial District. You've got Lee Jackson, attorney for 24 years, running against David Payne, who has been a district court judge for 25 years. And it looks like Payne is leading that race here, 4,900 to Miss Jackson's 3,400. But again, 2 of 17 reporting. It sounds like it's going to be a long night. So, grab your coffee, order you some pizza, maybe find your favorite local pizza joint. At the Owensboro Times, we like to deliver local news. We're all about supporting local right here at the Times. I know I had some coffee from a couple local joints earlier this morning and this week, so cheers to all the local establishments. We've got some awesome ones here in Owensboro and Davis County. right, John Kirkpatrick here again with the Owensboro Times at the Owensboro Times studio, where we are delivering to you the latest in local election results for Owensboro, Davis County, as well as some of the state and national races. We do know that the Associated Press has already called Kentucky for former President Trump. So we can say that one. And we also know that here locally we feel comfortable in calling all of these uncontested races, and we'll dive into those later. A couple important notes that you're going to want to know as you continue down this long night with us here at the Owensboro Times. Write-in votes will not be tabulated until the very end of the night. So that's going to continue saying 0 until the final update there. Again, write-in votes will not be tabulated or counted until the very end of the night. We have 2 of 17 precincts reporting. Results are trickling in right now. It's kind of slow pace, but there's going to come a moment where these are going to hit fast. And we'll be here for you to deliver those results to you as fast as we possibly can. We've got reporters downtown at the courthouse updating this data as it comes in. Just found out that workers from multiple precincts have arrived and that mail-in will be updated soon. And then, when I'm talking about write-in, we're talking about these write-in candidates. I think it's kind of rare that a write-in candidate campaigns as hard as we've had several campaign here locally. So that could fare interesting. So just keep in mind when you're seeing 0 under these write-in candidates, those numbers are not going to be counted until the end of the night. So multiple precincts are now arriving. There's some administrative stuff that they're going to have to do there, there at the courthouse, but we will have those updates here shortly. If you're watching, let us know in the comments. We talked just before I got off air last time. We're local. Owensboro Times, we're extensively local right here, Owensboro, Davis County. Where did you order food from tonight? What local joint's your favorite? Let us know. I also saw where we've had multiple candidates jump in on the comments. So if you're watching this, let us know. Jump on those comments and let us know. I think I saw Jeremy Edge in there. I saw Trey Pippin. I'm going to continue to kind of shout people out as we see you in those comments. We're also interested to know, our staff voted all across Owensboro and Davis County. We've had some people vote in Whitesville, some at the Sports Center, some at Third Baptist, and the wait times were fairly extensive everywhere that we went. I know, the Owensboro Christian right down the road here, we saw several long lines there. What were the lines like where you went? Tune into that comment section, let us know. It sounds like nationally and locally, this is going to be a record turnout for voters. So, again, share the live stream. We're right here, owensborotimes.com, Owensboro Times on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're not already following us on Facebook, you need to. I think we've got 58,000 followers as it is, and we'd love to take that number to the 60,000 mark here soon. Just always excited to be able to deliver local news to you right here in Owensboro and Davis County through a variety of ways. This live stream being one of them. We'll go to these uncontested races here, which we have called here at the Owensboro Times. That'll be Frank Riney, Davis County School Board, 4th District. Riney's a historic run, longest serving school board member in Kentucky. Suzanne Miles, State Representative for the 7th District. DJ Johnson, State Representative serving Owensboro and Davis County for the 13th District. You've got Mike Van Meter, who will remain Commonwealth Attorney for the 6th Judicial District. He was appointed to that position in January of this year. And also Jennifer Biesecker will remain Circuit Clerk. I think we can also talk a little bit more about these amendments. I know with 2 of 7 reporting Amendment 1, which was about the Kentucky Constitution requiring that only U.S. citizens are permitted to vote. That's currently already a law to restrict voting for U.S. citizens, but at the state level, with 2 of 7 reporting, it's overwhelmingly in favor of the yes. But as we look at Amendment 2, which is about do voters want any kind of adjustment to the way that K through 12 education is approached and potentially funded, you've got the no's leading here by just over 2,000. We've been told that a news outlet, Lexington 18, out of Lexington, Kentucky, feels comfortable in saying that Amendment 2 is going to fail. It will not pass, that the no's will likely win that. So we will keep an eye on that and let you know. But there are other news outlets across the state saying that Constitutional Amendment 2 will not pass. The school board races are neck and neck. You've got Frank Riney who's going to win the 4th district unopposed. But in this 5th district, we'll explain again, Owensboro Public Schools uses an at-large bid or an at-large system for elections. Davis County Public Schools utilizes districts. 3 districts currently up for vote right now, and those are the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. In this 5th district, we've got a close one here.
Let's look at mayor and city commission. They were just updated.
Oh, I'm being told that mayor and city commission have just been updated with mail-in. We're going to dive into that. We're going to the mayor first. We've got mail-in ballots reported. Still showing 2 of 17 precincts reporting, but mail-in is being added. Has it been added yet?
We're grabbing them right now, so we'll have them shortly.
We're going to have those results shortly. Again on the mayor and city commission. Mail-in votes are being counted right now. Back to the school district, 5th district there, Davis County Public Schools. You've got a close one, 3 individuals vying for 1 spot. Dale Stewart's the incumbent, longtime board member, former educator. Trey Pippin, as well as Timothy Hicks. Pippin was also a former educator, and I understand Hicks worked 20 years in the district. It looks like, we've got some more. I guess these are mail-in. I don't know what made that number jump. We're showing Dale Stewart now in the lead of that race with 1,173, followed by Trey Pippin with 603. Pippin was in the lead with the early voting there, so that's news right there. So, yep, let's keep an eye on that one. We're going to jump back to the mayor race. Not seeing any updates yet. We'll continue to dive in there. You can see the Owensboro City Commissioner race has been updated. We've got multiple candidates now in the 3,000s there. Bob Glenn still in the lead with 3,800. Looks like he's followed by Jeff Sanford with 3,600. And then Curtis Maglinger and Sharon Neesmith there in a close 3rd and 4th with 3,400. You've got Robert Morris, Rafe Buckner, Tyler Gold still accumulating some votes. And then the write-ins for that were Jim Ivey and Titus Willis. We'll remind you again, these write-in votes will not be counted until the end of the evening. So on our stream, they're going to show up as 0 until we get those counted. Still no update on the mayoral race. We hope to have that for you here soon. Again, there's another one that you're going to want to follow closely. It looks like the mail-ins there made Dale Stewart jump quite a bit. Owensboro Public Schools, at-large system, 3 individuals vying for 5 spots. Got Jeremy Edge in the lead there, followed by Melissa Decker and Lee Doyle, all incumbents. Do we have any more information coming from downtown yet or throughout Owensboro? We'll let you know, guys. Like I said, these are record turnouts all across Owensboro and Davis County. Also, want to let you all know that there is currently construction being, downtown Davis County Fiscal Court. The courthouse is currently under construction. So the way that we're getting numbers is not the manner in which we're familiar with. So it's likely that it's going to take a little bit longer to get some of these results in. The clerk's office is also battling, the same issue. So, hats off to them, all these poll workers who really went out and went above and beyond. to ensure that this record turnout was able to vote. Associated Press has called Kentucky for Trump. We'll keep you posted on how that might fare at the national level. Looks like Brett Guthrie is currently leading Davis County votes. We don't have his state, the remainder of his district yet, but we will have that. This race is being called by the Owensboro Times, as well as DJ Johnson, and a couple other that were not contested. Again, 2 of 17 reporting. Write-in votes will not be tabulated until the end of the night. There are precincts, there are workers from precincts showing up as we speak, and they're trying their hardest to get these votes counted as fast as they possibly can. We've got reporters all over town. It's likely that later on, as we're able to call some of these races, I'm hoping I can get on the phone with some of these candidates or some of these winners and talk to them, hear about what their vision is for the community and what it feels like to win these races. You're going to want to jump on owensborotimes.com or on our app tomorrow for the latest in election results. We're going to come to you with multiple stories in the morning for you to read about and to learn more about these candidates. Again, write-in votes are not tabulated yet. Tammy McCubbin's Rice there with 1,700 votes. Frank Riney, longtime school board member there for Davis County Public Schools. So, before I jump back off here, share the live stream. I'll be back in and out as the night progresses. These results are going to start coming in quickly, and this is where you're going to find the most up-to-date results. Jump in that comment section, let us know you're here, and we'll be back here shortly. We've got more votes in. We've got 7 of 7 precincts reporting now, being updated. I think we're going to want to go back to that 5th district, Davis County School Board. Yeah, it looks like there may have been an error there with some of the mail-in. I'm not sure exactly what happened on the administrative end here, but it looks like Trey Pippin currently still in the lead with 814. And Dale Stewart with 739. Once again, we're uploading this information from fiscal court just as fast as we can, or from the fiscal court offices with the clerk downtown. We're getting this data in just as fast as we can. We've got a reporter there on the ground. But again, Davis County School Board now looks like there's more jumps. Wow. Yeah. So we've got Pippin now in the lead again with 1,000, followed by Dale Stewart with 800. Likewise for Owensboro Public Schools, 3 individuals vying for, 5 individuals hoping for 3 spots. Jeremy Edge, Lee Doyle, and Melissa Decker, all incumbents, currently leading, but you've got Kenny Riley right there in a close 4th. We're going to continue to monitor these local races just as fast as we can. Now I'm seeing 2 of 17 precincts reporting for these local races. I think the state race there with Guthrie, there were 7 precincts reporting. You got incumbent Tom Watson currently leading the mayoral race with 6,200 votes. Pam Smith Wright there with 4,600. Smith Wright was on the city commission for has been on city commission for several years, so she left the spot vacant there.
Just look at this.
Let's check this out. And we're back to circuit judge here for the 6th Judicial District, 2nd Division. This was this here you got David Payne with 10,000 votes, followed by Lee Jackson. This was the spot that was left vacant by Lisa Jones, who is currently running for the judge of the Court of Appeals. Like we said before, these votes are going to start coming in fast. Stay tuned, for more updated results. Lisa Payne Jones, 2 of 17, still reporting. Hopefully we'll get that number updated soon. It appears she's got 14,900 votes. To Christian County native and family court judge for Christian County, Jason Fleming's 4,100. Also got an update here on Scott Lewis. So you can see some of these statewide some of these larger geographical races. Here we've got Scott Lewis with 2,400 votes over the Democrat Shonda Garner with her 770. This is showing 7 of 17 precincts reporting. The lines were long. Where did you guys vote? Get in the comment section, let us know. I know I waited in line for a long time. I had friends and family wait in line for a long time.
Let's go to mayor update.
Record turnout. We're going back to a mayoral update here. Now I am showing 7 of 17 precincts reporting. So as that number appears to be correct, there are 7 of 7 precincts reporting across the board. 7 of 17. Tom Watson currently leading by just under 2,000 votes over Pam Smith Wright.
Let's look at the commissioner.
Let's go back to the commissioner race here. Rafe Buckner made a jump to get over 3,000 there. Let's see, we've got Bob Glenn, who has surpassed the 5,000 mark. So he's in the lead there, followed by Jeff Sanford with his 4,900. Then you've got Curtis Maglinger and Sharon Neesmith there in 3rd and 4th. Robert Morris and Rafe Buckner, they're trailing right behind them. A couple write-in candidates for that race. That's going to show 0 until the end of the night. Write-in votes are not being tabulated till the end of the night. Make note of that. So when you see that on the screen, just note that's why. So we got 7 of 17 precincts in. Share this stream. This is one of the few places here where you're going to be getting live updates. We're back on the Davis County School Board here for the 5th District. This is the west side of town. This is Southtown area, Thoroughbred Acres. We've got Trey Pippin, currently leading incumbent, and longtime board member Dale Stewart. Pippin's got 1,000 and Mr. Stewart's 857. Timothy Hicks has 565 there. We're going back to Owensboro School Board. This is turned out to be a close race here. Looks like the 3 incumbents are still in the lead with 7 of 7 precincts reporting, with Kenny Riley there in a close 4th. Do we have any Whitesville City Commission results? I know there were 4 winners here, 6 individuals running. I bet we're close to calling this, but I can't say for sure. Looks like Greg Bikey would be, I guess, what you'd call mayor pro temp there with the 143. He's currently leading with 143, followed by Pam Morris with 136. You got Jackie Bickett's 123, and then Clarence Merritt with 90, but only leading Crabtree here by 1 vote. We're going to want to monitor this one closely. Let's keep the folks at Whitesville updated there on that race. Same numbers, yeah, no movement here. So in the mayoral race. Likewise here for Owensboro School Board. So, we're here, owensborotimes.com, Facebook, YouTube. Jump in the comment section. Let us know where you are. How are you, I don't know if celebrating's the word, but how are you enjoying your election night? There's a presidential race going on. We're familiar with that as well. Associated Press has called Kentucky for Trump. If we get more information on that, we'll let you know. You can see there he's leading. The votes you see there are the Davis County vote totals. Looks like he won Davis County by roughly 4,000 votes. Likewise for Brett Guthrie. As soon as that race is called, we'll let you know. We are calling the uncontested races here. Suzanne Miles, DJ Johnson, other state rep, Mike Van Meter, and Jennifer Biesecker, as well as Frank Riney for the 4th District at Davis County Public Schools. So once again, the Owensboro Times has called all the uncontested races here locally. It might be worth looking at Amendment 1 and Amendment 2 again. We did hear that other news outlets across the state are calling Amendment. Well, we're going to go to Amendment 1 here. I guess that's what I've got pulled up on my screen. But I will say, okay, we're hearing that other media outlets across the state are calling Constitutional Amendment 2. They're saying that the noes have it. So in that amendment will not pass. That was the one regarding whether or not voters want to allow legislators to discuss and potentially reform Kentucky's K-12 education. Amendment 1 was the ensuring that U.S. citizens, that you have to be a U.S. citizen to vote for local and state elections. Davis County vote total over here, 14,000 to 8,000. We don't yet have any results on how that's faring across the state, but we will keep you posted. I've seen multiple candidates in the comments section. If you're in the comments section, let us know. Or if you're here, let us know. We want to hear from you. I think I've seen some family and friends jump on there as well. So, hello, everybody. I should probably say hi to my daughter, Lainey, who's probably watching at home. So, yeah, just excited to be here with the Owensboro Times, delivering local news to you through a variety of methods. And we're just excited to be your go-to for 2024 election results. Stay tuned. We got 7 to 17 in, several more to go. All right, I've just been informed by our reporter Ryan Richardson at the courthouse that says several of the larger polling locations are now being entered. It looks like this is Davis County vote totals. Favors Donald Trump there, which has been called for Kentucky by the Associated Press. Congressman Guthrie there with 23,000 to Linderman's 10,000. Suzanne Miles, we've called this race. She's got 12,000 votes there running unopposed. Scott Lewis, 7 to 17 precincts reporting. Lewis represents Ohio County, parts of Davis, parts of Hancock, currently leading. Mike Van Meter will remain in office. The Owensboro Times has called that. Jennifer Biesecker, circuit clerk, 25,000 votes. Looks like Lisa Payne Jones there with 21,000 over Christian County's Jason Fleming with 5,000. Circuit judge there, 6th Judicial District. That's the spot left vacant by Judge Jones. It's pretty close there, 14,000 to 10,000. Soil and Water Conservation District supervisors, another close race. Going to go back to it. Yeah, perfect. So we've got Ryan Trunnell in the lead here with 10,000, just over 10,300 votes. But he's trailed by Aaron Walker and Jamie Wright. So this will be an interesting one here. I think this is 4 spots, I believe. I want to make sure I'm telling you all the right thing here. Yeah, so 4 spots. You've got 5 individuals running, and it's going to be a close race with 2 individuals there with 8,300 in Kent Moore and Ray Wright. Where are we at on some of these others? Let's see here.
Let's look at the school board.
So going back to school board, 3rd district, got to remind you, write-in votes will not be counted until the end of the night. So this, keep in mind, this write-in vote says 0. That number is not going to be updated or tabulated. Those numbers will not be tabulated until the end of the evening. So you got Tammy Rice there for the 3rd district, Davis County School Board. 4th district here, this is the one that's being closely contested. This is for the area that serves Southtown Boulevard, Thoroughbred Acres, the west side of the city there. You've got longtime incumbent Dale Stewart with 1,100 votes. Trey Pippin currently leads the race with just over 1,500. That's 7 of 17 reporting. That's all the early voters. I think that would include all the mail-ins. So that's going to be one where we're going to want to keep our eyes on. That 4th district there was Frank Riney. That's okay. We don't have to go back to that, but he did run unopposed. Davis County Public Schools. Owensboro Public Schools. Shaping up to be another close race here with Melissa Decker in the lead, just slightly over Jeremy Edge, followed by Lee Doyle. Those are all 3 incumbents. Kenny Riley there in a close 4th. These individuals are vying for 3 spots there. That they utilize an at-large system, to whereas Davis County School Board, also 5 spots, is determined by districts. So let's jump back down to the Second Amendment. We've got more Davis County vote totals in here. Looks like Davis County voted 14,000 no's to just over 9,000 yeses. We're being told other media outlets have called this race in that it didn't pass. We'll continue to update you on that. But we are hearing that Lexington 18, as well as some other outlets, have called this race in that it did not pass, saying that the no's have it. So we'll keep you updated there. Back to City Commission. Yeah, these numbers are moving some here. Bob Glenn continues to maintain his lead there with 7,400. He is followed by Curtis Maglinger with 6,400, and then Sharon Neesmith 6,300. Rafe Buckner made a substantial jump there with 5,400. I did leave out Jeff Sanford, who appears to be in second with his 7,000. Again, that's Jeff Sanford in second with 7,000. You got Robert Morris there with 5,200. Several new folks kind of running for this office. So, and I think some bright leaders all across the board here. Also, 2 2 write-ins. I did note that Jim Ivey was in the comment section. So, good to see you, Coach Ivey. We'll remind you that write-ins will not be counted until the end of the night. But Jim Ivey, Titus Willis, both vying for one of those 4 city commission spots. Oh, Rafe Buckner jumped in the comments section. Good to see you, Rafe. So that's great that we've got several candidates jumping in. If you're watching, what's that? Got a mayoral update here. We've got more. We got 12 of 17 precincts reported now, showing Tom Watson in the lead with 10,400. Followed by Pam Smith Wright's 7,900. So this one looks like he's continuing his lead there, about 2,500, leads by roughly 2,500 votes. We'll continue to keep an eye on that one with 12 of 17 precincts reporting. Like we said before, we were crawling at first. These votes are going to be counted fast. We're going to have more results as they come. I've got a great team at the studio here keeping me updated. I've got boots on the ground all over town. I've got folks at the courthouse monitoring these results closely and inputting this data in live time. This Owensboro Times, owensborotimes.com, Facebook, YouTube, one of the few places here where you can watch live local election results. All right, John Kirkpatrick here again live from the Owensboro Times studio where we're delivering the latest in local election results. We're also tuning in to see how some of these national and state races and the amendment races are doing as well. Kentucky has been called for Trump. We'll let you know that one first and foremost. But I'm being told by some of our reporters at the courthouse that we're inching closer to being able to call some of these city races, being the city commissioners as well as the mayoral race, and potentially the school board races as well. So we are getting close to calling those. We'll keep you updated on that. With 12 of 17 reporting, you can see Mary Watson currently leads with 11,643 votes, trailed there by Pam Smith Wright. We've got a close race here for City Commission. We'll get that pulled up here. Bob Glenn has maintained a lead the majority of the night from the early walk-ins to right now. He's got 9,400. Jeff Sanford with 8,800, followed by Curtis Maglinger's 8,300, and Sharon Neesmith's 7,900. You've got Rafe Buckner there with 6,700, and Robert Morris with 6,800 trailing. There will be four. We're trying to fill 4 spots there. 15 of 17 precincts reporting. We'll remind you again, write-in candidates. These votes will not be tabulated until the end of the evening. So at the end of the night, we'll get some write-in results in here for you. Davis County School Board. This is the closely contested one here. 15 of 17 precincts reporting. These are remarkably high numbers for a school board. I know there's a presidential race going on as well, but you've got Trey Pippen here, young kind of newcomer to politics with 2,000 votes, long-time board member and educator there, Dale Stewart, as the incumbent with 1,500 votes. Timothy Hicks there in third with 1,000. We'll continue to monitor that. We've got we're going to go to cities. We'll go to Owensboro Public Schools here. They too have 3 spots available. They use an at-large system. We've got Melissa Decker there in the lead with 4,400, followed by Jeremy Edge with 4,300, and Lee Doyle with 3,900. Kenny Riley a close fourth there with close to 3,700. So we'll continue to monitor that. Like I said before, though, we're getting closer and closer to being able to call some of these local races. We want to look at Whitesville again, see if anything's changed there. We'll update those people out on the east end of the county. I would imagine we're getting close here. Looks like Greg Bikey in the lead with 148. Close second there, Pam Morris with 140. Jackie Bickett with 124. And we're looking for 4 winners here. And then you got Buddy Mattingly with 117. So this shaped up to be a really close race there for the city of Whitesville.
Yes, we've got 15 17 across the board now. So
15 of 17 precincts reported across the board.
let's go to the judges.
We'll head to the judges. All right. Yeah. Lisa Jones. Court of Appeals here for first and second, for the first district in the second division. This is made up of 14 judges. We've got Lisa Payne Jones here, who was formerly the circuit judge here locally. She's got 26,000 of the votes, followed by Jason Fleming, Christian County Family Court judge, with 7,400. The spot that she left vacant was the circuit judge spot, where you've got Lee Jackson battling David Payne for that spot. Payne's been a district judge here in the county for 25 years. Jackson, 24 years as a local attorney. And we've got David Payne leading that race, 18,000 to 13,000. And we'll give you another quick look here at soil and water. Man, what a race. This has been close all day long. 4 spots to be filled here. What's that?
Just one's not moving forward.
Yeah, only one of these individuals will not move forward. Ryan Trunnell in the lead there with 10,300. Second will be Aaron Walker's 9,200. And then you got Jamie Wright's 9,000. But then you've got 2 individuals there in Kent Moore and Ray Wright with 8,300, just over 8,300 votes apiece. So that's going to come down to the wire. So we need to keep a close eye here on this Kent Moore and Ray Wright. So that's, again, for the Soil and Water Conservation District. 15 of 17 precincts reporting. Tom Watson leading the mayoral race, 11,600. However you're watching, please jump in the comments section, let us know. We're going to be here all night, ensuring that we can deliver to you the latest results in live time. Back to the city commissioner here. We're looking for 4 spots here. Not a lot changing. I'm not seeing not a lot of change here. Looks like you got Glenn, Neesmith, Sanford, and Maglinger holding a lead there. And with 2 precincts left, Buckner or Morris are going to have to make a considerable jump here to take one of those 4 spots. Like I said before, a lot of newcomers to this race, a lot of bright candidates for sure. So happy to call. Let's see here, and we've also got the 2 amendments we mentioned before. We had heard that multiple outlets are calling the Constitutional Amendment 2, which was regarded around funding for K-12 schools. Constitutional Amendment 1 here in Davis County, it's 25,000 individuals there voted yes on that race. We'll keep you updated on both of these. And like I said, we're going to be calling some of these races here soon. My phone was blowing up. All right, we're back here, Owensboro Times Studio, delivering live election results, primarily for the local races, but we are tuning in at the state and national level as well. We do know that Trump's been called for Kentucky by the Associated Press, and at the Owensboro Times, we feel confident calling all of these uncontested races. Let's dive back into school board real quick. Davis County School Board, 4th District, long time there, Ronnie. Will hold that spot uncontested. And then here for the 5th District with 15 of 17 reported. We've got Pippin in the lead with 2,100 over incumbent Dale Stewart with 1,500. There's another race there for the Davis County School Board. That's the 3rd District where there is a write-in. Diane Mackey is the write-in. Write-in votes will not be counted until the end of the evening. As soon as we get those results, we'll be plugging them in here so you can see them right here on this live stream. OPS, also 3 winners here out of this, and Melissa Decker has maintained the lead the majority of the evening. She's followed closely there by Jeremy Edge and then Lee Doyle, 15 of 17 reporting. Kenny Riley a close 4th. I would say we're getting close to being able to call some of these school board races as well as the city commission in the mayoral race. You can jump back onto that mayoral race there. Tom Watson, Pam Smith Wright. Looks like current Mayor Watson is in the lead with 12,300 votes, followed by Pam Smith Wright's 9,300. think we're getting close here. I also want to let you know that as some of these winners are being declared, I'm going to do my best to get on the phone with them, hear what they have to say, and go ahead and let you guys know, the voters, what their vision is for the future of Owensboro, Davis County, Whitesville, the school board, whatever that is. We've got reporters heading out all over the county. We're going to get on the phone with these folks and figure out what they've got to say about the future of our county here. I'm seeing different numbers up there on the precincts reporting, so we're going to continue to monitor those closely. Looks like Scott Lewis, 17 of 17 reporting. I have to assume we're getting close to being able to call that one. Yep, we're going to have to wait for Ohio County to get in on that one for sure. And then you've got this Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisor. Didn't hear a lot about this election, but clearly it's something that these voters are passionate about. And there's 2 spots here, Kent Moore and Ray Wright. That's going to come down to the wire. So we'll see who takes that spot.
So everything is updated, except for some of the writings on the matter for commission votes first. So let's look at it. We'll start with mayor.
So we're going to go back to mayor. I'm hearing that we do have some updates. 17 of 17 precincts reported. Mayor Watson in the lead there with 12,300 of the votes. City commissioner as well. Yeah, it looks like Bob Glenn has maintained his lead, followed by Jeff Sanford, Sharon Neesmith, and Curtis Maglinger. Guys, we're getting close. We're getting close. We appreciate you being here. Jump in the comment section. Let us know, where did you go vote? You know, there were multiple spots out there that you could have voted from. I know we had the 3 early days of voting. They said over 12,000 people showed up to the Sports Center. We're talking about a record turnout here in Owensboro and Davis County. So wherever you voted, let us know in the comments. What were the lines like? You know, what was that situation like? I know that we've got some dedicated poll workers out there. Hats off to them, everyone at the clerk's office. We got the Owensboro Fire Department tuned in. That's awesome. Awesome news. I understand they're getting a new fire station down there. We've been giving them a lot of coverage on that, so that's great news for the city of Owensboro for sure. But yeah, just stay tuned throughout the night. I hope to be getting on the phone shortly with some of the winners, so we can hear firsthand what their thoughts and their vision is for the future of Owensboro.
Check numbers, they're ready to start calling.
My team here in the studio tells me that we are double checking numbers, and we'll begin calling these races soon. We're going to give them a quick run through, fine tooth comb. We don't want to make any calls prematurely here. So, soon as we feel confident, we'll start making these calls. Yeah. Jump in this comment section and let us know your thoughts on this production. This is something that we're more than happy to do more of. We're always trying to grow our capabilities here at the Owensboro Times, and just to continue to grow as a company and a news provider for you guys here in Owensboro and Davis County. So if you've got any ideas, you've got any thoughts, let us know. We're here to help you. We're here to get the news to you just as fast as we can through a variety of outlets. Like I said, we will begin calling races shortly, especially at the local level. We've now got 17 of 17 precincts reporting. And we still got to tally the write-ins. So, yeah, so once we get the write-ins uploaded in there, that's why you're seeing 0 on a lot of these. But I've been told that all of the precincts have been in and are being counted. So Lisa Jones running away with the judge of the Court of Appeals for the 1st District in the 2nd Division. I've got to give a hats off to my team on the ground. I've got several folks down at the courthouse helping us input data. I know I've got a team, kind of monitoring the comment section, interacting with folks. I'm getting some updates here. Let's hear it. And we're going to go ahead and call this race for the circuit judge. Race called by the Owensboro Times with 17 of 17 precincts reporting. David Payne with 20,108 of the votes will be the next circuit judge for the 6th Judicial District of the 2nd Division.
Let's call the school board.
Owensboro Times also going to call this school board race for the 5th District, Davis County Public Schools. We're going to call this one for John Trey Pippin III with 2,176 of the votes. Again, the Owensboro Times has called this race, Davis County School Board 5th District for Trey Pippin. We're also going to go ahead and call the Owensboro School Board 3 winners here, all 3 incumbents. That would be Melissa Decker, Lee Doyle, and Jeremy Edge. Owensboro Times calling this race for Owensboro School Board. We're going to go ahead and call the mayoral race as well, and Tom Watson, 12,356 of the votes.
So let's just do who we called.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and give you a quick review of everyone we've called so far. Tom Watson has been declared a winner. Suzanne Miles ran unopposed, state representative of the 7th District. We also got DJ Johnson, who also ran unopposed, state representative of the 13th District. Mike Van Meter for Commonwealth's attorney for the 6th Judicial District. Van Meter was appointed to that position earlier this year. B. Secker for circuit clerk. Frank Riney for the 4th District for the Davis County School Board. David Payne as the circuit judge for the 6th Judicial District in the 2nd Division. Trey Pippin for the Davis County School Board in the 5th District. Owensboro Public Schools at large winners here. We've got Melissa Decker, Lee Doyle, and Jeremy Edge. So all 3 incumbents won there for Owensboro Public Schools. I suspect we'll be calling additional races here soon. We did, Tom Watson. This race has been called for the next for Owensboro Mayor. Watson will remain in that position. I hope I can get Mayor Watson on the phone here soon. I can confirm that we do have a reporter there, and he should be jumping on the phone with me here shortly. We're going back to school board. Frank Riney, 4,800 votes, ran unopposed, longtime school board member, longest in Kentucky to hold that spot. 5th District being called for Trey Pippin with 2,176 of the votes. But we still don't have the write-in number, so we're going to have to pay close attention to that. I'm hearing that we should be able to call City Commission.
All right, here we go. You ready? There we go.
Yeah, City Commission has been called by the Owensboro Times. We feel comfortable calling these. So we've got Jeff Sanford, who's been a commissioner before, along with Sharon Neesmith, an incumbent, Bob Glenn, an incumbent, and Curtis Maglinger, who will follow in his father's footsteps on the Owensboro City Commission. So we've called several races. I hope to get some of these individuals on the phone, some of these winners, and chat with them. All right, here we go. I've got a call coming in now. Uh-oh. I did have a call coming in. Let's see. We'll await that call. I think this is going to be... Yeah, here we go. Hello, this is John with the Owensboro Times.
Here you go. Start talking there.
Is this Mayor Watson?
Hey, John, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Well, I think it's well worth the wait.
Well worth the wait, absolutely. How does it feel? How does it feel to win the election tonight?
Well, it's very gratifying because I had a great team. My wife was instrumental in trying to keep me on track, and we had a lot of good friends to help. And
I think I can hear my broadcast going on in the background there, Mayor. I appreciate you tuning in.
well,
What's your plans for the future? What does the city of Owensboro have to look forward to, Mayor?
we were not in debt anymore, and that was the main objective this first 4 years was get us out of debt. We had a real bad deficit spending problem, and now we have money in the bank and we're paying our bills, and we're looking forward to building that indoor sports facility and more things to come.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to chat with us tonight. It's always a pleasure getting together, Mayor.
It's my pleasure, and I got a great lady here holding the phone for me, so we're all good.
All right. Well, you have a good evening and enjoy the win.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Again, that's Mayor Tom Watson. Will remain in that position moving forward here. Yeah, also going back to the winners here for Owensboro City Commission. Well, sorry. We'll go back to the judges here. David Payne for the 6th Judicial District. Trey Pippin, Davis County School Board, 5th District winner. We've got Melissa Decker will remain in the Owensboro Public School Board of Education. Another incumbent here, Lee Doyle, will maintain her spot. And Jeremy Edge as well for Owensboro Public Schools. It's Mayor Tom Watson, who we just spoke to over the phone. He was excited to say that the city was out of debt. We've also called Owensboro City Commission here with Curtis Maglinger, as well as Bob Glenn. Sharon Neesmith, also an incumbent. And I think Jeff Sanford would be that 4th one there. We've also got Suzanne Miles. Obviously, she ran unopposed for the 7th District. So thanks for tuning in. Jump in the comment section. Let us know where you're at. I know I've got some other candidates here who are eager to get on a phone call. So we'd love to hear what they have to say and how they're celebrating their win tonight. Do we have any update? I'm asking my staff here if we have an update on any of the amendments. I don't know if they're being called yet across the state. We're going to dive in on that and see what kind of information we can get you there. Brett Guthrie with 31,000 of the Davis County vote totals there for the U.S. representative for the 2nd District. I've just been informed that Amendment 2 has been rejected. So that amendment did not pass, and that is being called by multiple outlets all across the state. So again, Amendment 2 has been rejected at the state level and did not pass. We're still awaiting some information on Amendment 1 regarding citizenship and voting. We've mentioned multiple times throughout the broadcast here that Trump has been declared the winner for Kentucky, so he will take Kentucky's electoral votes. Got to certainly thank again the reporters we've got all over town here. Hopefully we'll have some additional calls coming in. I'll keep you posted on who that will be. I've got a reporter texting me right now. Let's see. I'm kind of a foodie, though. I've been out, Christy and I here with the Owensboro Times, we've been going out doing some food reviews lately, some food ventures, checked out several local establishments, something we want to continue to do. I've got to ask you can tell me in the comments section, did you go out to eat tonight in Owensboro? This is a city that loves to go out to eat. Where did you go out to eat tonight? I know where I'm hoping I can get to after this. I'm assuming I'm going to be up for a while typing stories, getting the information to you guys tomorrow morning, but food's always on my mind, and we've got some great local establishments here in Owensboro. We'll get back to the election. That's enough food talk. See if we can get some folks on the phone here. I think we're also awaiting that Soil and Conservation District. That was a close race that we were monitoring pretty closely there. We are ready to call Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisor. That'll be Kent Moore, Jamie Wright, Ryan Trunnell, and Aaron Walker. Again, Kent Moore, Jamie Wright, Ryan Trunnell, and Aaron Walker for Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisors. Should be pretty close here on the races that we've called, but I do suspect that we'll be on the phone shortly with some other candidates. Let's see. Again, thank you for coming to the Owensboro Times for your election results. We're excited to be able to provide these to you. Whitesville City Commissioners has been called in favor of Pam Morris, Greg Bikey, Buddy Mattingly, and Jackie Bickett. Again, wow, look, some close numbers here, as you can see, with a few voters out there in Whitesville. But Pam Morris, Greg Bikey, Buddy Mattingly, and Jackie Bickett. So if you're tuning in from Whitesville, let us know. I know Patsy Mayfield was glad that she got to watch this one on the couch tonight, I'm sure. Trey Pippen again has been called for Davis County School Board 5th District. Hopefully we'll get some of these candidates on the phone here shortly. Let's see here. I'm getting some information here. I have been told that I have a reporter headed to Miss Neesmith's house. So we'll see if we can get a phone call with her. Again, thank you again for tuning in. Just excited to be here. Got a great team behind the scenes here in our studio. Where did you vote today? What were the lines like? Let us know in the comments. Again, thank you to everyone for tuning in. I appreciate the shout outs. If you're watching with a candidate, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. I'm going to see if I can't get some candidates on the phone here, some winners on the phone. I do have new Davis County Board of Education school board winner for the 5th District for Davis County Public Schools on the phone here, Trey Pippen. Trey, kind of tell us what it feels like to win this election tonight.
Well, I'm really honored by what the community said about voting for me, their willingness to believe in the vision that I'm putting forward for Davis County Public Schools. I think it's so important that we're focused on future-ready education for our students, and it seems that the community has agreed with that vision, so I'm grateful.
Yeah, absolutely. What kind of tell us what all went into your election? I know that there was probably some long days and some long nights. Kind of talk about that process a little bit.
Yeah, certainly. So, it's a challenge to run for office, and sometimes it's discouraging that people don't step up because it's a lot of hard work. But I feel like I put a lot of work into it, had a lot of people who stepped up to help me, and I'm just so thankful for those people. So my encouragement for people that are representing a generation of us that are working right now, raising children right now, that it's not impossible, and I would encourage you to step up, put your name in the ring, and do what's right.
Absolutely, and I assume you're excited to get started here in the coming months?
Yes, I certainly am. Davis County Public Schools means a lot to me. Just this morning, I got to vote at Audubon Elementary School, which is where I went to elementary school myself. So it was just a symbolic kind of moment for me as I have now run for my first office and was able to cast my vote for myself there, where my background and roots came from. So I'm dedicated to making sure that we are giving new educational opportunities that focus on the future for our kids, not just the ones at Audubon, not just the ones at Davis County Public Schools, but just for our community as a whole.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you for jumping on the phone with me tonight. Congratulations on the win. And
thanks, John.
Yeah.
You've done a great job. This is I'm grateful for the Owensboro Times for running the stream for us locally, and I thank you for your stellar broadcasting skills, my friend.
Well, I certainly appreciate the kind words. You're making me blush, my man. But, hey, have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the win with your family, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, that was Trey Pippen we just heard from. We already heard from Mayor Watson. Other city commissioner winners here, Curtis Maglinger, Bob Glenn, Sharon Neesmith. Let's see, I bet we can, Jeff Sanford, who's on the city commission before. Let's see if we can't get some of these individuals on the phone here. John Kirkpatrick here, back with the Owensboro Times, and I do have a new city commissioner here for the city of Owensboro, Curtis Maglinger, on the phone. Curtis, tell us how it feels to win the election tonight.
It's amazing. I'm so honored that Owensboro, the support that Owensboro, it's amazing. I'm speechless. It's amazing. I'm so excited to help make a difference in Owensboro for others. I'm excited. It's an honor.
Absolutely, and I assume this has a little more meaning to you too, you know, kind of following in your father's footsteps a little bit. Would you want to elaborate on that at all?
You know, very proud of him, working with him for over 30 years. You know, he taught us to give back, help the community. It's been amazing for our family, our business, and so yeah, this is a special night for myself in Owensboro. I'm so excited. Yes.
Yeah, and you'll be bringing some fresh eyes, I guess, to the city commission. You know, with some new ideas, I assume.
Yes, and I'm excited to hit the ground running. I want to, you know, ready to talk to the mayor, the other city commissioners, the amazing city staff. I'm ready to start tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's exciting.
Well, it will not. Yeah, it won't be long. I just appreciate you tuning in here to our live stream for the local results.
That was amazing. It was really informative. It was professional, and I'm so proud that Owensboro has, you know, a company like Owensboro Times here to give good news. So that was amazing. We had about 30 people, and our eyes were glued onto it. And I want to thank each and every candidate. It was an amazing campaign race. This is the first one I've ever done, and I learned a lot, and on this journey, it was an amazing journey. So I'm excited. So thank you so much, John.
Oh yeah, it's our pleasure. Yeah, thank you again for taking my call, and thank you for those kind words. And I'm sure we'll be in touch soon as we start working on stories to get out in the morning. So
yes, sir.
Enjoy the celebration tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank the community.
All right, thank you, Curtis. We'll see you.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, that was Curtis Maglinger. new to the Owensboro City Commission. So that's good news for him. We've got several other uncontested races that we called earlier. Have not called it.
We haven't heard it.
Should be getting close to that. I think we're waiting on some Ohio County votes to come in for the Scott State Representative for 14th District. We've got Mike Van Meter there for the Commonwealth Attorney for the 6th Judicial District. Yeah. So I think we can get some other candidates on the phone here. Yeah, back to that Lewis race. I assume that what we're waiting on is Ohio County, and I think his territory might cover parts of Hancock. Not entirely sure there. I know it's the east side of Davis County. We can confirm that Amendment 2 regarding funding, adjusting the funding for K through 12 education or adjusting the structure for K through 12 education has been denied. It did not pass. That has been called. But I'm going to continue to see if I can't get some other individuals on the phone tonight to talk to us about what their future is for Owensboro. We'll try to get back a hold of some of these city commissioners, and we'll be back on here shortly. Hi, John Kirkpatrick here, Owensboro Times, coming back at you. I'm expecting some additional phone calls from some Owensboro City Commission winners here shortly. I think we'll have Sharon Neesmith on the phone. We have called several races. I do want to let you know that these are projections. The official results will be certified by the Davis County Clerk later on tonight or tomorrow. I do have a call coming in here with Miss Neesmith. Hi there, Miss Neesmith. John Kirkpatrick here, Owensboro Times. How are you?
I'm good, John. Now I'm really good.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, I'm excited that I get an opportunity to not only continue learning, but hopefully to continue helping.
Definitely. So you can breathe a sigh of relief, I guess.
I can. I was just, there was a lot of really good people running this time, and so I think we're supposed to be proud that we had that many people interested and the talent that they bring to it. So we have a great future for additional leaders as others of us move on.
Right, yeah, definitely. And is there some, I assume there's some momentum here that you and the current board that you're going to want to continue to build upon in the future. Would you just elaborate on that a little bit?
I really am excited about where we're looking at the future. There are lots of things that are being discussed that, have to be solidified before we know they're going to happen or not. But everything that I look at going forward, our city staff, our city budget, our city manager, all of those folks are keeping everything going as far as in a positive move. We've got a great talent of people that do everything from making sure that the lights are on and the street is clean, from making sure that we're taking care of those items that we can work on. We also have challenges, but there's hope for going forward. The senior citizen community building was a big plus. I came in on the end of a lot of things, but there's other things that are in there. So I see us growing. I see the fact that we're going to have some opportunities. I know one of my peers, Bob Lynn, is always, he has those numbers in his head of how many jobs have been created just in the last little bit. I can't take credit for those. I can take credit for a few of them, but just there was a great commission staff that I came in to work with, and they were very helpful in letting me learn the ropes. I did tell someone the other day, I said, now, after about a year and a half, I've been able to see how things work a lot differently than what I thought of before I joined the commission. So I appreciate everybody in Owensboro letting me have the opportunity to go forward, and I've got a great team to work with. So I'm really excited, and I just know there's some really more positive things going on in the future, and look at what Owensboro's already doing.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, thank you so much for taking our call tonight, Ms. Neesmith. We really appreciate that.
Okay, no problem. Great coverage. That was wonderful. I had people texting me. Unfortunately, I had not felt well this afternoon, so I had been here, so I was like, okay, how do I find this out? And so when I found the your Owensboro Times Facebook, great coverage. Appreciate it from a local standpoint. So thank you all.
Yeah, it's been our pleasure. Absolutely. Well, you have a wonderful evening and enjoy the win. And I'm sure we'll have some journalists in touch here shortly for some stories tomorrow.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, thank
have
you.
a good evening, too.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
ma'am. All right, that was Sharon Neesmith. She'll maintain her seat on the Owensboro City Commissioners, or on the Owensboro City Commission there. I know they had a meeting this morning at 9 a.m., so I guess, the city never sleeps, right? Owensboro, Kentucky, we got a lot going on here. Excited to be able to bring you this coverage here from the Owensboro Times studio. Again, I do want to reiterate, these are projections. The Davis County Clerk will certify these later tonight. I know we've had some people asking in the comments, these are just projections, but we feel comfortable calling these races. We do know Amendment 2 did not pass. I think we're waiting on the judge race there with Lisa Jones. Lisa Jones and Jason Fleming. I know we had some data in from Secretary of State's office, but that has not been called yet. Obviously, there were several unopposed candidates who we did call those races fairly early. We're beginning to question whether or not some of this write-in data will come in tonight or not. We're not quite sure. We do have some reporters on the ground there at the courthouse trying to get that information for us as soon as possible. We were told early on in the evening that the write-in votes would not be calculated or tabulated until later on this evening. Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisors. We can go back to that screen. You can see a close race there for those 4 spots. That's being called for Kent Moore, Jamie Wright, Ryan Trunnell, and Aaron Walker. We had some school board races that got exciting there. Tammy Rice, are we calling that one? Assume we're going to call that one there. Again, we don't have write-in numbers just yet, but we're going to go ahead and call this one for Tammy McCubbins Rice with 4,000 of the votes. Frank Riney will maintain his position there for the Davis County School Board, longest-running school board member in the state of Kentucky. And then we've got a new winner here in Trey Pippin with 2,100 votes, defeating Dale Stewart, the longtime incumbent there for the Davis County School Board. Owensboro Public School Board using at-large system. We got 3 winners here, all 3 incumbents: Jeremy Edge, Lee Doyle, and Melissa Decker. If you're a candidate and you tuned in tonight, and it sounds like several did, and so I'm assuming these numbers are somewhat misleading if there's multiple folks in one household tuning in, so that's exciting. We're excited here at the office and our journalists all throughout the county to be able to deliver this coverage to you. We're here on OwensboroTimes.com, Facebook. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and various other social media outlets. We're just excited to be able to deliver local news to you in an urgent manner. All right, I've got incumbent Commissioner Bob Glenn. I think he was actually the vote leader as well, with 9,996 votes for Owensboro City Commission. Mr. Glenn, how's it feel to win this evening?
Well, it feels great to be able to continue the work that we're doing to move the community forward. I'm heartened to see Sharon Neesmith, my colleague, also continue the journey with us. She's a great colleague. Love working with her. I'm familiar with Jeff Sanford. We've worked together before, and I thoroughly enjoyed serving with Larry Maglinger, Curtis's dad, and I've gotten to know Curtis over the years. So I think it's a good, solid group. Even though Curtis will be new, I'm sure he'll catch on very quickly. And of course, Jeff is an experienced hand. So I think we have a fairly strong team of experienced people, and we'll all be there to support Curtis as he joins the commission and learns what he needs to know to be an effective advocate for the community. But I'm thrilled, and I'm humbled, and I'm also thankful to the people of Owensboro that they thought enough of our efforts over the last 2 years as a team to move the community forward in areas such as tourism and expanding jobs. With this over 600 new jobs we've had announced this year alone. The second wave of development downtown, most of which is funded through the private sector instead of public funds. The fact that we've upgraded our police and fire program substantially with a new training center for the fire department, and also a new academy for the police department, which will mitigate the need for new training officers to go to Richmond for an extended period of time. That should improve our retention issues in both fire and police, and indeed our current statistics show the retention numbers have gone up with the steps we've taken as a commission. So I'm thrilled to see positive fruit born there. So I just think we're moving in the right direction as a community. Owensboro is a great place to live, work, and play, and raise a family. And I'm just thrilled to have another opportunity for 2 years to work and represent my neighbors.
Yeah, definitely. And so it sounds like you're not going to have a lot of time to rest or celebrate, after the victory.
Well, no, I imagine that we'll first of all, we'll want to talk to the two newcomers and see what their vision is. I know Jeff was interested in an industrial park, and once he comes back in the fold, he'll find out what's involved, where we're at with that. And then Curtis, of course, will have some issues, learning curve and address. He'll go to KLC training and all that. But Curtis is a great young man, and the Maglingers are really just a tremendous family, Tammy and all those, and his brother. And it was never a bigger honor than to serve with Larry Maglinger. He was just all about making our community better. He wasn't a commissioner because he wanted to be a commissioner. He wanted attention. He did it solely because he loved our community and wanted the best for our residents and for the future of our city. And when he passed on, it really, tugged at my heart, and it left a gap in my relationships on the commission, because Larry and I had a good relationship, and we may have even been at different political stripes, but we got along very well, and we were able to talk to each other and educate each other about a variety of issues. And so I expect Curtis is a level-headed business person. He'll bring those same qualities to the commission, and I know Jeff is capable and has a lot of experience, and so I think we'll move forward productively and successfully in short order. Like I said, I told another outlet I was very saddened to see Rafe Buckner not move forward. I thought Rafe would have been a tremendous addition to the commission. Rafe is such a great community leader with the things he's doing in the Northwest Alliance and beyond. And I think it's just a matter of name recognition and getting out there a little more. But he ran an excellent campaign. He was everywhere. And I don't really know what else he could have done to finish in the top four. But I just want him to know that he's the kind of good young leader we need in this community. And I hope he doesn't get frustrated and give up or not run again, because he's an excellent young man with a lot of potential.
Well, I'm sure Rafe will appreciate those kind words for sure, just in the few short encounters I've had with him here through the Owensboro Times.
And I will also say Tyler Goad, same thing. Tyler Goad is an intelligent, capable, educated guy with a lot of potential as well. And Tyler Goad, hopefully he doesn't get frustrated either, because I think he's got a lot of potential as a leader as well. And so, we all had to run against each other. I don't think anybody that ran had any animosity toward anybody else. We all got along with each other. We all recognize we live in the same community, and we want the best future that Owensboro can experience. And we need to do that not just individually, but collectively, and we will. So I feel very upbeat and positive about the direction we're going, and with the potential for more productive decisions that bring new jobs to the community, that grow the community, and more importantly, make it an even better place to live and work and play and retire.
Yes, sir. And we certainly appreciate you taking the time to chat with us tonight on our live stream. It's always a pleasure.
Yes, absolutely. I appreciate all you guys do. It's great to have your news expertise and your contributions to our community. You do a lot, and we appreciate you. So thank you. Anything else you need from me?
No, sir, not at the moment. We might be in touch a little later this evening, but just enjoy the win for now.
Thank you so much, and you have a great evening.
All right, thank you. We'll see you.
Bye.
So we've heard from Bob Glenn. We've heard from Sharon Neesmith. Let's see. Heard from Curtis Maglinger. Let's see if we can get Jeff on the phone. Jeff Sanford. Jeff served on City Commission before, so he's no stranger to the seat. I'll give Jeff a call here, see if he answers. Jeff, John Kirkpatrick here with the Owensboro Times. How are you?
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Well, I'm doing well. I have to let you know that we are live currently on owensborotimes.com and Facebook, and
Okay.
and we just wanted to call and see how it feels to get the win tonight.
Oh, I'm very honored to get the votes that I got, and I worked very hard to get them. I have to say. Of course, as you know, I've been in there before, but this time I went to over 2,500 houses, talked to tons of people, and I think that made all the difference.
You said 2,500 houses? Did I hear that?
2,500. I've got the blisters on my feet to prove it.
Yeah, that's a lot of walking, I would say. Why was this campaign, why was this election so important to you?
To me,
Yes, sir.
because I feel like we have stalled a bit. I think we've done some good stuff, and I was a part of the past. But I think in the future, I think people are wanting to do some other stuff. I think they're looking to the future. One of the things that I thought that needed to be resolved was losing Churchill Downs to the mall.
Yeah.
I think that was a huge mistake, and I heard a lot about it as I was talking to people door to door. And also, I heard a lot about the homeless epidemic that we have that we need to solve. And I know it's everywhere, and it's not easy to solve, but it's something that's got to be addressed. And number 3, it's jobs. We've done a great job with downtown and stuff, but it's time to laser focus on bringing in industry to this community, whether it be Davis County and or a collaboration with other counties. But we have got to get high-paying jobs in here to keep our kids and give them opportunities. So we've got to do a better job with opportunities, and that's one thing that I'm going to work on.
All right.
I've already called staff. I've already talked to other business leaders tonight, and that's one thing that we're going to work on, and it will start immediately.
All right.
Even before the first of the year.
Well, that certainly... Sorry, go ahead.
Next week.
Yeah.
Starts next week.
Starts next week. That certainly sounds promising. It sounds like you've got a house full there celebrating with you.
I do, and a lot of young people.
Yeah.
And these young people are wanting to stay here locally, and it is our responsibility as elected officials to make something happen for these guys. And that's what I intend to do. I've been tested. I've been there. I know how things work, and I think we've done good, but we haven't done good enough.
Yeah.
We've got to be better. And that's one thing that I look at the team that's been assembled, and I feel like I've got a lot of experience, and I can help lead the team along with the mayor and the other commissioners. And we have an excellent staff. I've already talked to some of the staff, and we are ready to roll quickly.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a sense of urgency, and we do have a sense of urgency now, and we're getting ready to go quick.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the call tonight, and congratulations. And I'm sure we'll be in touch soon.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
great evening.
Yes, sir. You too. Have a good one. We'll see you.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, bye-bye.
All right, before we go to break, we'll go ahead and dive through these results real quickly for you here. Start with David Payne, circuit judge. Trey Pippin for the 5th District, Davis County School Board. We've got Melissa Decker to Owensboro School Board. Will retain her seat. Lee Doyle also for Owensboro Public Schools. We've got Jeremy Edge, who will retain his seat for the Owensboro Public School System. Tom Watson will remain mayor of Owensboro. City Commission races here. First is Curtis Maglinger. He'll be a newcomer to the seat. Also, longtime incumbent Bob Glenn. And we've got Jeff Sanford, who served on the commission previously. He's regained a seat, as well as incumbent Sharon Neesmith. And we spoke to all 4 of those commissioners. All had a lot to say and are very excited about the future. Suzanne Miles for state representative of the 7th District. DJ Johnson, he and Miles both ran unopposed. DJ will represent the 13th District. We got Mike Van Meter for 6th Judicial Circuit, Commonwealth Attorney. Mike was appointed by Governor Beshear earlier this year. Jennifer Biesecker for Circuit Clerk. She'll remain her position. Frank Riney will remain a Davis County School Board member from the 4th District. David Payne, longtime judge here in Davis County, 6th Judicial District, 2nd Division Circuit Judge. Trey Pippin for the 5th District. He'll be a new member of the Board of Education there at Davis County Schools. And then we're back to where we were. So as we get more in, we will keep you posted. We've spoke to several candidates on the phone. If we can get more on there, we'll do that here shortly. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know in the comments where you are, who you are, where'd you vote today, what were the lines like. Seems like it was a record turnout here in Owensboro, Davis County. Patrick here, back at you from the Owensboro Times studio. This will probably be the last time you hear from me this evening. We'll try to keep these totals coming in throughout the evening, but we've got 17 of 17 precincts reporting. The Associated Press has called Trump for the state of Kentucky, as well as Guthrie there. There were a couple that we wanted to revisit, that being Amendment 1. We did hear that Amendment 2 did not pass. I think we're hearing that Amendment 1 did. So we are confident in saying that Amendment 1 has passed. And that was just to explicitly state in the Constitution, the Kentucky Constitution, that only U.S. citizens are permitted to vote in state and local elections. We're also being told that I'm also being told that we can call the judge of the Court of Appeals race. Lisa Jones vacated her circuit judge seat and has been declared the winner in this race with 29,105 of the votes, 17 of 17 precincts reporting. Okay, just one more quick recap of all the winners. Before we call it an evening here at the Owensboro Times, I want to thank you all again for tuning in. Mayor Tom Watson as Owensboro Mayor, Curtis Maglinger for Owensboro City Commissioner. Bob Glenn will retain his seat as Owensboro City Commissioner. Jeff Sanford will regain his seat for Owensboro City Commissioner. And then the fourth and final City Commissioner was Sharon Neesmith. We heard from all four of those candidates tonight. We appreciate them tuning in and calling in here to the Owensboro Times. Suzanne Miles ran unopposed. She'll win State Representative for the 7th District. DJ Johnson also ran unopposed. Will win State Representative for the 13th District. Mike Van Meter is Commonwealth's attorney for the 6th Judicial District or 6th Judicial Circuit. Jennifer Biesecker will retain her spot as circuit clerk. Frank Riney will continue his historical stint there with the Davis County School Board representing the 4th District. Lisa Payne Jones as the Court of Appeals judge for the 2nd Division. David Payne will fill her spot for circuit judge in the 6th Judicial District. And then Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisors Kent Moore, Jamie Wright, Ryan Trunnell, and Aaron Walker. Trey Pippin did defeat incumbent there in the 5th District for the Davis County School Board. Melissa Decker will retain her seat for the Owensboro Public Schools Board of Education, along with another incumbent here, Lee Doyle. And a third incumbent that also won that race is Jeremy Edge. So that's updates there for the school boards. And we're back to mayor. So that's all. That's the winners here locally. We've declared those. Appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. You know, I heard from a lot of people in the comments. You know, you guys have shown us a lot of love and a lot of support. We want to encourage you to jump on OwensboroTimes.com, jump on the Owensboro Times app, and subscribe if you're not already subscribing. We've got a great team here producing a lot of quality content, and I'm bringing news to you really right at your fingertips. You know, we want to meet you where you are with the news, and we want to present it to you in both a fun and exciting way, but also in an efficient manner. And we feel like we're able to do that here as we continue to grow our capabilities. So thank you again for the continued support. Thank you for tuning in tonight for 2024 election results. Thank you to my team out in the field, all the candidates that we were able to connect with over the phone, the team we've got here in the studio. This is John Kirkpatrick signing off for the Owensboro Times.